For some reason that I can't quite figure out, every single one of my, well, not every single one, but all of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2 replays that I keep posting here are getting instantly demonetized, and I can't figure out why. So let's hope this one doesn't get demonetized, although it's very possible that it will. I don't quite know yet. But we're gonna play some Majespecters today. I think Majespecters might be kind of okay. They're sort of like Pendulum Magicians in the way. What the fuck? All right, that doesn't accomplish anything. I wonder if you thought that would dodge the effect. I don't know. But anyway, Majespecters are sort of like Magicians in that, like, they have some good trap cards, some good back rows, and you don't necessarily have to Pendulum summoning with them. Even though obviously it helps. But Ties of Brethren for 3 Majespecters is still like a ridiculous opening, even without the old Pendulum rules, or even without the old Pendulum rules. Anyway, I'm not sure quite how good it will be here, but you can still Pendulum summon 1 guy per turn. I mean, that's not like the best thing I've ever heard in my life, but it's not the worst thing I've heard either. We're gonna add my boy Ogama. Probably the biggest issue here is that we have like too many trap cards to what we can actually use, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, another thing I'm trying out in this video is we're switching up the title. I've been getting a very vocal minority has been complaining that my titles are too vague, which I can sort of understand. Where a title like Don't Play Side-Frame Driver is fairly ambiguous. I think some people might call it clickbait. I actually don't view it as clickbait. I just view it as ambiguous. And the reason that it's not clickbait is that if it was clickbait, it would have been a title like, "You won't believe what this guy drew and lost turn 1," or something like that, where, wow, that was a great play. 10 out of 10, Regeki Majespector. Nice. So anyway, I don't think it was like clickbaity. I do think it is ambiguous. I understand that. I don't know. I've just been trying out some new titles recently, and those types of titles do seem to get views. But once again, the watch time is actually still really good on them in terms of how long people are actually staying on the video. So obviously it's working. People aren't clicking a video like that and instantly clicking off of it saying, "This isn't what I expected it to be." But I will try. I will give this a shot. This title will probably be something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Live Commentary number 47, Majespecters, which might seem, to some people, I can see how that would seem. Maybe I'm going a little overboard with what it is, but I think that that's pretty fair. Oh, shit. Yeah, the problem here is that I forgot that the pendulum scales are in the back row. Jeez. But I like the ambiguous title. One of the reasons that I do titles like that, I know you guys are just thinking, Doug's trying to clickbait all day. I have this like really weird problem with titles where I want them to be as short as humanly possible. When I look at like the title on the YouTube app, I really just want the whole title to be there. What the this guy not learned from the Regeki that he did last turn? Jeez, I just don't know. But I want the whole title for whatever reason. This isn't, I don't think anyone else like does this in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, but I want like the whole title to be present in the from looking at the mobile app, which is like the shortest version of the title. I don't quite know why, and I would say that even in times it actually restricts me, and I go over it sometime, particularly whenever there's an event deck profile. It's pretty much impossible not to make it longer because you have to have the name of the person, the deck that they played, and the place that they got at the event that they were at. So that's like a lot of different stuff you have to have in there. But overall, I don't know. I think I try my best to keep them short. I like titles like that. I know that there are some Yu-Gi-Tubers that try to make the longest possible title to get the most amount of tags in it, which I can also sympathize with because I understand that if you put like a long title that has like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician and Broken and New all in the title, then it's going to get a lot of views just because You guys might think that the ambiguous titles are more effective at getting clicks, and while I think that they play well to the strengths of my channel, the ones that have like a million different slightly unrelated things in the title actually show up in a lot more search filters, just because the YouTube tag system in the actual tags when you upload a video doesn't really do anything anymore. I don't know if you knew that. It's more about the title and thumbnail. So when you do that kind of thing, you get noticed all over the place. That's, like I said, I don't actually care that people are doing that. That's not really my style. As someone who cares very much about the presentation of my channel, I actually just can't do a title that's like super long and it's just like a ridiculous run-on sentence with like incorrect capitalization, which probably doesn't matter to a lot of you, but to me that matters a lot, because I want to, like, I don't watch those types of channels that have those really long run-on sentence titles that are all over the place, so I don't put them in my own videos. I think that makes sense. Anyway, though, Majespecters. Majespecters. The other night on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pictionary, I drew Majespector Toad Ogama. I thought it was a beautiful drawing. Maybe some of you disagreed, but that got me thinking about Majespecters and how they're like kind of neat. The main card that the main card that is really wanted me to play this deck is not only Ties of Brethren, but Pendulum Reborn. Now, we haven't actually drawn that card, but Pendulum Reborn lets you special summon a Pendulum monster from your extra deck or graveyard. So that's sort of a way, at least the graveyard version, a way to cheese around the Link Zone or extra deck. It's called Extra Monster Zone. Is that what it's called? Is that a real card? Is this a real card? Probably. Pay 1,000 Monster Reborn. Is this Majespector Tempest even going to be able to do anything? That's the real question here, is can these cards do anything? The other problem is that I'm not used to the Pendulum Zones. Like, okay. What's happening? Target 1. Oh. So you get to banish a card every time you summon something. That seems pretty good. The only experience I've had with Dark Magician, so a lot of people think I like lost to them a lot because I made that Dark Magician debunked video, which I thought was going to go over really well, but then a lot of people hated it. But the only experience I have with Dark Magicians, to be completely honest with you, is two different things. The first is, and this is going to sound terrible, but honestly, in terms of me playing against Dark Magicians, the majority of the experiences have been them activating Circle, revealing 3 cards, setting 4 back row, passing, and then I go and OTK them on my first turn. That's like what every single interaction has been with them when I played against them. As far as seeing them be played, I guess I've... I don't know, there was like, I think the only experience I have with them being played is Davinator's recent live stream a couple weeks ago that I was on when he built, like, but was that even like Dark Magicians? Because it was more, to me, it seemed more like, I mean, it was like Bow Baboon, Odd Eyes, freaking Dark Magicians. Like, I don't know if that 100% counts as just your standard run-of-the-mill Dark Magician deck. Also, I thought that Yada had 1500 attack. I guess that's the Fox one. Thought that Yada had it as well. That makes it worse. I pretty much only added it to my hand to have the attack points. So that, what can we summon? All sorts of stuff that you don't really need to summon. Is this worth hitting? Probably not. Because then we won't have the negations. Yeah, I don't think it's worth hitting. I don't know how I feel about Majespector's Storm either. But this deck's all just sort of theory. One thing I realized now that I was not considering was the actual back row part of this, where the pendulums clog up your back row. I definitely was not considering that when I made this deck. But I mean, this is like it's all right, I guess. Can you look through the, like, oh my god, get this off my screen. Like, this deck's okay. The problem is that, like, I think this deck would be decent actually if we got the Wind Link Monster, like the Mrs. Radiant type card. Now we have Mrs. Radiant, we got Mr. Boy. Hopefully we're going to get a Dark, Light, Fire, and Wind one of those. It'll take a year at that rate if they're just releasing one every set. But even that, maybe we'll get lucky and release a whole bunch in one set. But a Wind guy would actually help out this deck just astronomically, because then you could, I mean, that would be really powerful, right? Well, maybe not broken, but if you like summon 2 Majespecters, made the Link Monster, and then Pendulum summon them both back, that seems pretty good. But anyway, that'll be the end of this live comm. We'll see how it does in the title. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you put Yu-Gi-Oh! Live Commentary number 47 in the title, everyone clicks on it. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but we're going to find out with this one. I will see you guys later. Bye.